Hello everybody, welcome, and thank you for watching. Before we begin, I would like to share with you a quote that I begin each school year with in my classroom for my students, and it goes like this. Folks, we are made of star stuff. That was Carl saying. Let's talk about composting. What is it? Let me tell you. It's all natural, it's biological, it's physical, it's chemical. It is not mysterious, it's been going on forever. The simplest definition would be that composting is nature's way of recycling. Folks, we are dealing with an army of visible and invisible forces at hand. And it is fascinating to see your food scraps, which would end up in a landfill, instead turn into soil. Delicious soil. Not for us, obviously. For the plants. Come to think of it, it's a mixture of carbon-rich browns and nitrogen-rich greens and air and water and microbes and macroorganisms all working together to create nutrient-rich soil known as humus. Are you ready to make your own compost? Let's do this. So, what you will need in terms of materials would be, once again, food scraps, which are green, meaning your nitrogen source. So, fruits, vegetables, herbs, eggshells. I would not recommend pasta or bread nor rice because you don't want to attract possums and rodents to your compost pile. Ugh. I highly recommend coffee grounds, loose tea bags can all be added. You do not want to introduce meat of any kind, nor cheese, nor bones, or cooked food that have oils and dressing. And your carbon sources are browns. Examples could be dried leaves, pine needles, newspaper, cardboard, wood chips. Please do keep in mind that your carbon to nitrogen ratio has to be anywhere from, for carbon, 25 to 30, to nitrogen, 1. We can't forget about soil, neutral soil, garden soil. You will need that to inoculate your compost site with healthy microbes. So it just depends on the size of your compost, but shovelful or so. Location, location, location. It matters. Too much sun for your site bin, and you will need to water more frequently. Not enough sun, full shade, decomposition slows down, folks. And you want to have your compost in a location nearby a water source. You want to first start with a layer at the very bottom of browns, carbon. Please remember the carbon to nitrogen ratio is about 25 to 30 to 1. So you do need a solid base of fall leaves and dry leaves and newspaper, followed then by a layer of greens, which is your nitrogen source, so your food scraps from the kitchen, coffee grinds and such. And then you want to add a little bit of your soil, sprinkle in some fertilizer if necessary, and repeat the process.
Hi. So it's the 1-year anniversary of having a home.
Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary. And we've started a compost pile about a month after arriving with all our kitchen scraps, garden waste. And today we decided because of a mole problem that started eating all the worms in our compost, that it's the time to harvest our compost and put it on our trees.
Let's get on it. Okay.
So what we did is I took all the top of the compost, which is still definitely not completely broken down, and there's bits of food in there still that we've been burying, and I just threw it into the wheelbarrow, and we got a lot. So that's here. We're gonna put that back on the bottom of the pile, and then we just took, you can see the layers here. I'm gonna take the top layer here up to about right there, and just put it in the wheelbarrow. So you can see this is not broken down yet, still wet, and then right here it turns almost black, the richness. And this whole space is full of worms and worm castings. It's a very rich, good compost. I'm very proud of it. It worked out. See that? See all the baby worms down here?
Keep it moist, folks. Keep it moist. Make sure that the pile feels like a wrung out sponge, not drippy, but moist enough.
There it is.
Oh my god!
And the worm cocoon, they'll have baby worms, so we put these on our trees and we'll create a good ecosystem.
All you have to do is dig, turn, layer, and water. Also, go ahead and insert a temperature probe directly in the middle of your pile to ensure that the mesophiles and the thermophiles are thriving within. And your temperature range for a healthy compost environment should be anywhere from 90 degrees Fahrenheit to 140 degrees. You don't want to go any higher than 140 Fahrenheit due to the fact that your compost will essentially be sterile, devoid of even the healthy bacteria / microbes that you need for your vegetable garden later down the road. Folks, to sum it up, we began with a quote from Carl Sagan, "We are made of star stuff." And then you watched me talk endlessly about composting. Conclusion? We are made of star stuff, and our basic building blocks to life, folks, oxygen, hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur, and liquid water. So learning how to compost, learning how to recycle, learning the ways of nature provided by planet Earth are essential to what it is to be human. Try it out, and I wish you all the best.